Boys, welcome back to Top Rope Commentary. This is a quick review / championship coronation / punishment for the Clash at the Castle, Worlds Collide, and All Out predictions
for the triple pay-per-view weekend.
Yeah, great weekend of wrestling.
It was. I can hands down agree that the competition wise, I feel like AEW definitely felt the pressure of being sandwiched in by Clash at the Castle and then Worlds Collide. And both of them delivered in their own way. Definitely Clash at the Castle was stronger, but Worlds Collide had its definite fair share.
Show. So, what we're going to do, we're not going to do an in-depth review. We'll save that for down the line. What we will do is we're going to run through the results, say who won each pay-per-view, who won each match, and then announce who the champion is. But a quick announcement. The punishment, the loser has to eat a handful of Bean Boozled beans. Which, let's be honest, it's going to be pretty gross.
Yeah, if you've ever experienced these things before, they you think they aren't what they're going to taste like, and they are.
They're so bad.
They are.
But let's start with Clash at the Castle. The opening match, we had a pre-show match that we didn't go through.
Yeah, it was kind of like a last minute, we didn't know, but it was a solid match. Solid match. Definitely got the crowd amped, it was what it serviced to being an opening match. Yep.
And then we had Bianca Belair.
Well, I think for that opening match, you said it was Street Profits, Riddick Moss versus
Gable, Otis,
Alpha,
and Theory.
Yeah, Alpha Academy and then Theory.
And I think Street Profits and
Street Profits and Moss
won. And then we get to Bliss, Belair, and Asuka versus Damage Control. Damage Control got the win.
Yeah, which hitting all three of their finishers.
I liked that. It made Bianca look strong. I mean, I'll give a quick star rating for it, and you can too, for the ones that you saw, because I know you didn't see all of All Out.
Yeah.
I gave it 3.5.
I agree with that. I give it a 3.5 too. It's definitely gets Damage Control over in the way it needed to, and definitely makes
so you're able to get more in the
and definitely makes the three finishers at the end definitely make Bianca look strong.
I agree. Then we got Sheamus versus Gunther.
Yeah, which
holy shit, Gunther won with a beautiful lariat.
It's all the brutality that we needed out of this match, and in front of the UK people, it was something for them that they could hold tight and cherish. And I know you gave it 5 stars.
5 stars.
I gave it 4.5. I know Dave Meltzer
also gave it 5.
Meltzer gave it 5, which I'm happy for Sheamus. I think that Sheamus' first 5-star match.
It is. Which
he definitely deserves, because the man puts on banger after banger after banger.
Great match. Next we got Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler. I gave it 4 stars. Liv won with one of my, I think probably the best Oblivion I've ever seen.
Yeah, because I think
she spiked that shit.
Because the recoil, not her. I wouldn't call hers a recoil, because Ricochet does it with a single leg. I think she does the double leg. I say more like a code breaker into the Oblivion. Shayna sort of roll. I give it a 3.5, because I feel like this is it was a good match, but I feel like this is just really a warm up for Ronda Rousey.
I think it was Liv's best match so far.
I'd have to go back and compare it, because even her best winning match. I don't think
she actually used Riddle's training in the match. She did the
roll back up.
Yeah, I like that. And she did the snap the arm down whenever she had she used a lot of Riddle's training. It was a good storytelling.
To get out of the Karafuda clutch.
We got Edge and Ray versus the Judgment Day. Edge and Ray got the win. I gave it 3 stars.
And then we got the Dom turn.
Yep, Dom kicked Edge so hard in the nuts his shoe flew off, and then hit a awesome lariat.
I'm gonna be honest. I gave it a 4. It was the 3.5 at base, just off of it being a solid match. There were a few hicks and bumps there, but I think overall it was real fun. I did enjoy the Edge 619, the Maple 619. I enjoyed
Edge
it.
Came out with the mask on.
Yeah, the Lucha Edge.
El Generico debuted.
I marked out for it, but then I gave it the other half star just for Dom's turn, because I was at my friend's house watching it on my phone, and Dom kicks Edge in just the shock in Edge's face, and I marked out.
Dude, he sold it so well. That lariat to Ray
I like how he's able to keep his composure during it. Like he's not like he doesn't look scared to do it. He doesn't like look like he's breaking or confused. Like I
think he's gonna break out and he's gonna be so much better.
He's being like cold and callous. Which if we find out that he's just a better heel than face,
is this about to be like the Rock situation where as a babyface was terrible and then he turned heel and it's like a fucking
because I feel like as heel you can get away with a lot more. And I feel like he might have fallen into a Rock stereotype where like the Rock's father was predominantly a face. Yep. So coming in, you just pseudo have to be face.
You never know. I'm hopeful. I think he'll be able to do less Ray style moves, which will work for him. Then we got Riddle versus Rollins. Crowd loved Rollins. He did the orchestra to get the
which I really like about the UK like fans. Like they even sang Edge's entrance when he came out, which I hope spurs the American crowd to do it over here, because I feel like in America sometimes we don't know if other people are going to join in, and in UK since they just have that soccer culture, they just go for it.
Second rope curb stomp is what won the match for Rollins. I give it 4 stars,
which makes sense. Like Rollins is elevating himself, and like this is like the win he needed to get his confidence.
That world title picture. And then the main event, Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. Roman won after I put Lil Uce debuted. Solo Sikoa,
the street champion. And they called him on commentary. They called him a breakout NXT star.
I put two notes for this. I put Broken Dreams came back.
Yeah, they did a really good video package for Broken Dreams.
And then Roman's entrance had massive final boss energy. I was like, because bro's walking out like he's fucking Sephiroth.
Like that, I think that's the thing I love about like his entrance. He's like when like the atmosphere is right for it, he feels like that walkout. He already just feels like a final boss.
That music is great for him. I gave it 4.5 stars.
I gave it the same because honestly, if Drew would have won, I probably would have given it a 5.
I would have too.
But just for that moment, since it was in the UK,
I hate the fucking.
I'll take a Solo Sikoa debut, because honestly, if you would have told me at the start of NXT 2.0 that Solo would have been probably called up before Braun Breaker, just seeing how they push Braun Breaker, it would have been massive, because I thought Solo would have at least maybe had a North American title run, but they brought no title.
So here's the thing: you and I both had Damage Control winning. I had Gunther winning. We both had Liv winning. You had Edge and Ray,
which that was the one that surprised me because I thought I kind of just gave it away.
Yeah. We both had Rollins winning, and then you had Roman winning, which means we tied Clash at the Castle 5-5.
Which was madness, going into it, just messing each other back and forth. Because as soon as Roman won at the end, because I had confidence in Roman being being Tribal Chief, getting it done, but I was like, they are in Europe. I think they might pull something here. They might. I'd be interested to see. And then as soon the camera angle on it was so beautiful, because as soon as you just see you don't see who pulls the ref out, you just see the ref fly out,
and he kind of looks like an Uso for a minute.
And then he throws it, and it's just and he gets a little pop too, and then Drew just turns back around into it, and it's just and then walking up the ramp, Roman.
So the thing that tied it though is we made a prediction of will Sasha Banks and Naomi show up.
Mm-hmm.
You said yes, I said no,
and that
gave me the point to tie it as Sasha.
Which being which a prop bet. I mean, in the UK, I thought it would have been a nice little pop for the UK to have somebody come back. And
so we then get to Worlds Collide. Great show. The opening match: Carmelo Hayes versus Ricochet.
I told you,
Carmelo won. They had a lot of really good. I mean, they had the double springboard spot. They had probably the best superplex I've ever seen, because he jumped.
Yeah, I gave it a 4.5 because it was counter wrestling, just of a different athleticism. Yes. And I told you Melo don't miss, and coming out and he showed everybody's jersey that he put up in the rafters. I was like, Melo is he is printing himself already as money.
This was your first point. You got Carmelo. You voted Hayes. I voted Ricochet. Your first point. Mm-hmm. Axiom versus Nathan Frazier did not happen.
It didn't. They pushed it to NXT, which
fine, fair enough. The next match was the tag title 4-way,
which exceeded my expectations.
You put Gallus, I put the Creed brothers. Pretty deadly one.
And I called the Damon Kemp turn. I thought it was gonna be with Gallus, but he just kind of, it looks like he's just going out on his own. But I was like, nah, Roddy getting beat up I was like, it's not Roddy. It's like something was telling me like Roddy is being set up as a red herring for something.
So they did. I gave it 3.5 stars. I thought it was great. Pretty deadly one.
Yes, boy.
It went Jensen and Briggs with the first gone, and then Gallus.
That shocked. I thought Pretty Deadly, honestly, was going to be the first gone.
I did too. And then the Creeds. I put Julius as a star. Julius Creed.
That shoulder deadlift of like just him throwing him over, I was like, good.
Yeah, it's super good match.
I feel like Julius is going to be a star, but Brutus definitely has more of the charisma. Like Julius just like talks better now, but I feel like the way like
he's got. I thought Julius had more physical charisma. Like, just in the ring.
Brutus is gonna remind me of like Otis in the sense of like his like charisma. Just like he just kind of like oozes it without, because that Cannonball Doomsday.
Yes. Then we got Miko Satomura versus Mandy Rose versus Blair Davenport. We both said Blair Davenport,
which was another shock.
We both were wrong. Mandy Rose got the win
and unified the titles.
All of their finishers, by the way, are sick. Miko's is my favorite though.
The Scorpion Rising.
I gave it 3 3/4 stars.
I gave it 3.5. The back and forth was real nice, and I feel like their chemistry definitely like played off each other. Nobody really felt like they were being like necessarily carried.
I agree. Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Then we got the women's tag titles. I gave it 3 stars, and honestly, that's a little high for me. It wasn't that good of a match.
I gave it 3 because it was a good back and forth. It was a good victory for the champs to get like a win over like some main roster talent.
Katana Chance is ridiculously athletic, and
the fact that like Kaden Carter is really smooth too. Like she's one that I thought would have broken off on her own, and like she could have really been like treated almost like Ember Moon was, because she like their styles mimic each other a lot, and she was trained by the Dudley Boys.
That doesn't surprise me.
And I can't wait to honestly see them go up to main roster, because when they had the women's tag title tournament at first, I was like, okay, if they didn't get the NXT ones, shoot them up to main, and just like to date, they are like the longest like tag in like women's tag. Like they've been together like the longest, like before NXT 2.0.
Oh yeah, they were in main NXT, but. Toxic Attraction interference caused the win.
Yeah, and
that was weird.
Not Gigi Dolan. Don't let me forget. JC Jane, yeah, holding Nikki ASH's foot like before she's able to like slide back in.
They picked up Dewdrop and did their like 450 finisher thing, and I totally thought out of the two to get hit with it, I thought Nikki would have been the one hit with it. Honestly,
it looks better to like the 2-on-1 to like take down like the bigger person.
Yeah. But we both got that right.
Yeah, we had Team KC.
Which brings us to 2-1, because that's my first and that's your second. And then the main event, Braun Breaker versus Tyler Bate. Beautiful spear by Braun Breaker. It
was like, because I think, honestly, it looks better than I think what it was supposed to, because I think he was supposed to hit the rope, but like Bate came back off the rebound so quick.
He just
turned and just like almost like basically like pushing a sled in like football. Like he basically just like hit it just like from like initial just impact.
I've decided Tyler Bate has my favorite moveset. He's super good. That and I love a good rope break spot. I give it 4 stars. And my only other note, I put NXT UK.
I would say
buried.
4. I wouldn't.
I give it 4.
I would say it looked good to defeat. Like I'd say it cleans the slate for NXT like UK, because they always like brought up like NXT Europe's right around the corner. So like NXT like UK going down for now, it didn't feel as if like an ECW ending. Yeah. Like it's going and it's like never coming back. Like we know it's going away for now, but in the future we're gonna get something that's potentially even like similar or better.
So this brought the total match tally. You won Worlds Collide.
Yeah.
This brought the total match tally to 6 to me, 8 to you, which brings us to All Out. Now,
which having like 12 matches,
15 total prediction points is what we ended up with. So the first match, we did not bet on. It was Santana or Santana.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Santana wasn't there. Ortiz and Ruby Soho versus Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti. I gave 1.5 stars.
Was it for the titles?
It was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was for the titles, and then Tay finished it on Ruby. Like, and you heard the crack. Like, if you go back and listen,
even before that, they did a move where like Sammy was holding Ruby up, and she got kicked, and it landed right on her head, and it looked like she might have gotten a neck injury. Even very sloppy match. Only highlight I put was Sammy got hit by a golf cart. LOL.
Yeah, that's like the third time he's been hit by a golf cart.
And then anticlimactic finish because of the broken nose. Then we got...
I wouldn't say anticlimactic because I feel like that was just supposed to be the finish anyway.
Yeah, it felt like it kind of came out of nowhere kind of deal. Parker versus Hook. I put Cool Hands as a note. I don't know why.
That's his nickname. Cool Hands Parker.
Normal Hook match.
Like, yeah, it was just a basic
nothing
like
special.
Hook,
I give it 1 star.
I mean, we got Action Bronson at the end and teasing basically Action Bronson and Hook versus 2.0.
Yeah, he's been training. So then we got Kip Sabian versus Pac. I gave 3.5 stars. I put 1 Sabian did an Arabian Press, which I love, and he has a great look. He has such a good look now.
Yeah, I feel like coming back like this, almost like Mad Hatter-esque, like Green Goblin.
But this is the first point that you got.
Yeah.
For All Out, because technically second. We both put Hook as the win. I put Sabian, you put Pac. That currently puts us 2-1. Then we got Eddie Kingston versus Tomohiro Ishii. You put
I went for the Pitbull, like Ishii, which I thought he was going to get it like a couple times.
Here's how I knew Kingston was going to win. It's their second match.
Oh,
Ishii won the first one.
Oh, see, yeah, I didn't know it was their second match.
Kingston won with the... Like, he had to hit multiple of his spinning back fist. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was a great match. I put rest in peace to Ishii's chest.
I gave it a 3.5. Like,
bro was looking like Cody Rhodes at Hell in a Cell.
The after match, like, I get it, but it was also kind of awkward. Like, after like the first like Ishii push away, I feel like Eddie should just went ahead and just like walked away. Like, and I feel like him like trying to like drag out and stress out that he's trying to like show respect. It was just like this one. Obviously, he doesn't. He just wants to go.
So that brings us to 2.
Yeah.
Next, we had the Casino Ladder match, which we'll actually get. The winner was a mystery person, and so was the Joker. Came out, guy in a mask, came out to Sympathy of the Devil, joined by Stokely Hathaway and his whole group.
Stokely Enterprises.
Yes, which we will get to that after the main event.
Yeah.
But we did decide if it was MJF, if it was revealed, that would be a point towards me. Technically 2 points towards me because I put MJ. I said Ethan Page is the winner, but I also, or before that, I said MJF is the winner. It is in the video. I forgot Ethan Page wasn't in the match. I mixed up the.
I said Leo Rush because I thought they were like just hoping that they like spiced it up and didn't go like the MJ.
But we'll get there. We'll get there. Next up, we got the Elite versus the Dark Order. I gave it 4.5 stars. I thought it was great chemistry.
The story told through that like Hangman,
so good.
Hangman jumping in at the end after it was Silver that got pinned.
Yeah, after he got hit by the buckshot lariat,
the BTE trigger.
Oh, he got hit by the buckshot.
Oh, it was
by Hangman, which led to the BTE trigger. Hangman got hit by the buckshot as well by Matt Jackson, I believe. The Elite won. Neither one of us put the Elite winning, so we're still 2-2.
Yeah, cause I thought they were going to show the Dark Order some love.
Now, we then get to Jade versus Athena. I gave it 1 star. I thought it was a poor match. The timing was off. They don't have good chemistry together, which is crazy because Athena is super good.
It's
and
just
Jade
like
puts on great matches.
I think it's just style. Like they just have to get used to each other.
Jade came out as She-Hulk, which
was cool.
Yeah, I really like that.
I did see highlights of that.
But you had Athena winning this.
Yeah,
I had Jade winning this. I won, so that makes it 3-2 for me. But yeah, what's next? FTR and Wardlow versus Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. I put 2.5. It was kind of hard to care about. It was an average match.
Yeah, because you had 3 of like your champions on one side and no real story on the other one.
Yes.
Besides, like, oh, this is just a really cool team.
Yeah, like, oh, these guys have history from Impact, but there's no other reason they're here. We both put Wardlow and FTR. We were both right.
Mm-hmm.
Starks versus Hobbs. You put Starks. I put Hobbs.
Because I thought they would like it. I didn't like because at the end of this match, it seems like Ricky Starks is like going away for a bit or taking some time. I thought they would have stretched it, maybe given like Hobbs like.
So they apparently had more time scheduled for him, but they offered to give up some time due to other matches going over. Which fair enough, good for them. That's very like kind of them. I gave it 1.5 stars. It was good for the time it had, but nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
The Acclaimed versus Swerve in Our Glory. You had the Acclaimed. I had Swerve in Our Glory. I gave it 5 stars. I genuinely
the story that they told, the story from him, the story they told was like great, and like the Acclaimed basically were like right there,
so good. They kept working on Bowen's knee. It was awesome. Lee was kind of working heel in the match even. Which is interesting
because he has an agreement with Swerve, and he already
he's
said it's
slowly
like
turning heel.
As long as they keep winning, he's fine with it.
I did like it. I thought it was 5 stars. Swerve in Our Glory got the win, which puts me up by 2 now. Sorry, I got the hiccups. We got the women's 4-way. You got this one. You put Toni Storm. I put Hikaru Shida. Jamie Hayter got a near fall. That was like super
and then
good.
Britt Baker broke it up.
Yeah, Britt broke it up, and then we got some back and forth with Britt and Jamie. Overall, really good match. I thought it was great. Like those, all.
I think I saw somebody was like she should join.
I gave it 3 stars. Yeah, I've seen that a lot. Put her in Bridge Combat Club. I wouldn't mind that. I gave it 3 stars. I think you were asleep by this point. You said.
Oh, I was asleep by like. After you know who should have been the Joker? Will Ospreay. Willie Ospreay.
Would have been interesting. He's back in Japan though.
Willie Ospreay.
I got Jungle Boy versus Christian Cage next. I gave it a 0.5 star because it was 5 seconds. Luchasaurus turned on him before the match, choke slammed him through the stage, and then Jungle Boy did the like I'm still gonna fight and got hit with a spear and then an Unprettier, and Christian won. You had Jungle Boy for this.
Yeah, because it comes
too.
And it comes to find out Christian was like injured. I feel like Christian wasn't injured. This was definitely Jungle Boy's match that he was supposed to win.
So this put us at 3. No, I think like 4 to something. I've got my times. I'm up by 1 at this point, I believe. The next we had Danielson versus Jericho.
And we both had Danielson.
Yeah, we both had Danielson, but Jericho got the win. I gave it 3 stars. It was a good technical match. Jericho wins by low blow. Danielson got live music, which was interesting.
And Daniel Garcia this past week got live music.
Yeah, he did by West Side Gun.
Yeah,
but it was a good technical match. I didn't think it was like super special.
I mean, with it, I think with the story of it coming out that Jericho's been pushing that he's like sports entertainer, and Danielson just poking and prodding at like Jericho about like wrestling.
Yeah,
like
so. Then we got House of Black versus Miro and the Spooky Boys of Darby and Sting. I give it 2 stars. I didn't think it was anything too crazy. Sting did way too much no selling.
We both had House of Black, I think.
I have no clue. Yeah, we both had House of Black.
Because they should have won it. But then again, with like the reports of Alistair like leave it was a lot that like came in last minute and like tanked a lot of like.
Yeah, so it was very disappointing in my opinion.
I was maybe leaning out of frame, but like I didn't realize.
It's fine. Sting, too much no selling. I'm tired of him fucking
he's
no
60.
selling. Dude, okay, that would mean if he gets like hit with a super kick and he got hit with a double super kick at one point by Brody and Buddy, and he just stood there. It's like, dude, no, it's so dumb. I hate it. I hate that. And then the main event, CM Punk versus Jon Moxley. I give it 4 stars. Crowd is super hot for this. They were solidly behind Punk, but dude, they loved Mox. He was getting equal. Yeah, I say it was 50-50.
Yeah, I was depending on a lot of the crowds that you get, it's always going to be like some of those. Like I feel like Philly's like that. I feel like down like south, like Texas, they're very like that. Like a lot of like the New York, like a lot of like the major cities.
Yeah,
like they just like who's ever like popular at the moment.
So Punk ends up winning. We got a very early GTS. Punk bled a ton.
Because he was in a match with Moxley.
Yeah, Moxley didn't bleed. Moxley for once did not bleed.
Because Renee was like, you lose like a pint more of blood, then we're gonna go anemic.
So I'm gonna run through. I want you to hold up fingers for each point that you get. I'll hold up point. We'll get to this part in a second. So you had Pac We both had Hook. I had Eddie. Nope, put yours down.
Oh,
You didn't have Eddie. Neither one of us had House of Black, or we both had House of Black, which means we both lost. I had Powerhouse Hobbs. We both had Jungle Boy, but that's not a point.
Yeah.
We both had. Neither one of us had Jericho. We both had Wardlow and FTR, so that's 4-3 so far. We both had, or I had Jade. I had Swerve in Our Glory, which brings me to 6. You had Tony Storm. And we both had John Moxley, which means you are at what, 4?
I'm at 4.
I'm at 4. He's at 4. I'm at 6. Now, at this point, I won all out. We've tied total matches. However, post-match, the Joker was revealed to be Maxwell Jacob Friedman, which gives me 2 more points and makes your first Top Rope Commentary champion me. Raw sweeping everything lately. We're just that damn good.
Wow. Like I
We're
said,
coming for Survivor Series.
You see what I see.
The belt's on the line at Survivor Series 2. It's coming.
It it's saved by the salt of the earth, but
That's a cool.
But there were a couple freestyle picks in there that I've learned from, but that title, enjoy it while it lasts.
I will. But it's time for the punishment. I won't be fully out of frame.
I won't be fully out of frame.
I'll let you come a little closer in frame. He's gonna be eating a handful of them.
I mean, but if anything, I learned from AEW, it's John Moxley's perseverance.
So gross.
Carl.
No water. You gotta get that shit down all the way before you pull. Wait, he's grabbing a bottle of water.
Because it is what it is.
Did you get any gross ones in there?
Oh, there are very much. But when you're the Stone Cold SmackDown GM, you take everything that's right. You know you're gonna win.
Hey, let me know other punishments that we should do in the future. I think the next predictions for the title will be
so much.
Extreme Rules. This is so gross.
There's so much. And it's just like chewing.
The next predictions for the belt will be Extreme Rules.
Some actually cancel out each other. I got a couple.
We might have a couple defenses between here and there, as we'll be defending it at Survivor Series. But also in other games, we'll be defending it in it could be Madden, it could be UFC, it could be Street Fighter. It doesn't matter. Whatever the challenger can challenge the champion to whatever game they want to challenge them to.
I think it might have been a few liver and onion in there.
That's pretty gross. We might have.
No, I'm just curious.
I think the plan is going to be, I want to try to get maybe one title defense out a week. Outside of the predictions, just for the games. I think that could be interesting. But, look at that. Your Top Rope Commentary champion.
Definitely going to get a couple of these toothpaste ones, though. By God.
And this is staying with Daddy for a long, long time.
Oh, we'll see about that.
Thanks for watching, guys.